Hare Krishna, on which day we have to observe Papamochani Ekadashi, on 25th March or on 26th March in 2025. So today we will discuss about this. This Papamochani Ekadashi is very special as this happens on the 11th day in the waning moon in the month of Chaitra. So on which day we have to observe this Papamochani Ekadashi? Who are residing in Middle East, they have to observe on 25th March. Who are residing in Europe, in America, in Africa, they also have to observe this fasting on 25th March. But who are residing in India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Malaysia, Singapore, in China, in Japan, in Korea, that means in Southeast Asia, in Eastern Asia, in Australia, they have to observe this fasting on 26th March in 2025. But why on 26th March? In India and Bangladesh, why on 26th March? Though the Ekadashi Tithi is usually in 25th March on the full day and night, but it is adjacent to Dashami Tithi, the 10th day in the waning moon in the month of Chaitra. And the rules and regulations is if any Ekadashi Tithi is adjacent to Dashami Tithi, it is prohibited to observe to fast. So that's why we have to fast on the next day, and this is the reason that we have to fast. We have to observe this fasting Papamochani Ekadashi in India, in Bangladesh, in Asia on 26th March. We are residing in West Bengal in India. The Ekadashi Tithi is adjacent to Dashami Tithi, and whereas the duration is 66 minutes, and we are residing in Bangladesh, there is 74 minutes adjacent to Dashami Tithi. So that's why 25th March fasting is prohibited for India and Bangladesh. So that's why we're residing in India and Bangladesh. Please remember again, you have to observe this fasting on 26th March. But we're residing in Middle East, in Dubai, in UAE, in Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and other countries in Middle East, and we're in Europe and in North America, in South America, in Africa. There, this Ekadashi Vrat has to be observed on 25th March. So what's the Parana time, the breaking time of this fasting on the next day of Ekadashi Vrat? So we're residing in Bangladesh, they have to break the fasting on the next day 6:02 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. We're residing in West Bengal, they have to break the fasting from 5:34 to 9:39 a.m. We're residing in Delhi, they have to break the fasting on 6:16 to 10:23 a.m. We're residing in Mumbai, they have to break 6:36 to 10:41 a.m. In Chennai, 6:08 to 10:12 a.m. In Nepal, 5:59 to 10:06 a.m. In Sri Lanka, 6:11 to 10:14 a.m. In Malaysia, 7:14 to 11:17 a.m. In Singapore, 7:06 to 11:08 a.m. In Japan, 5:35 to 9:43 a.m. In South Korea, 6:25 to 10:33 a.m. In China, 6:06 to 10:15 a.m. In Australia, 7:12 to 7:15 a.m. Only 3 minutes for Parana for breaking time in Australia, 7:12 to 7:15 a.m. Please remember we are residing in Australia. In New Zealand, 7:30 to 9:15 a.m. In Dubai, 7:47 to 10:21 a.m. In South Africa, 6 to 10:1 a.m. In New York, 6:48 to 10:57 a.m. In Washington, D.C., 7:1 to 11:09 a.m. In California, 6:52 to 11 a.m. In San Francisco, 7:03 to 11:11 a.m. In Washington State, 6:51 to 11:02 a.m. In Toronto, Canada, 7:09 to 11:18 a.m. In Brazil, 5:58 to 9:58 a.m. So that's the Parana time, the breaking time of this fasting on the next day of this fasting. So wherever you stay, wherever you reside, we always provide all the Parana time of 151 places around the world. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.